Hello, good evening. For those who join our session today, I'm dancing dietitian Julie. Okay, so today we'll be talking about beans and legumes. Okay, and reason why I'm choosing this topic because it's not that common that especially like Asians or Chinese take beans or legumes in their daily lives, like adding as a side dish or take it as a main dish or even replace their protein source such as chicken, beef, mutton, all these kind of protein source. So we'll talk more about today. And I think that today's sessions will be split into two sessions, like another and then half we'll be discussing on the next one. Okay. 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 So I'll bring you guys through on the content for today's session will be why we must take beans and legumes, and also some common beans and legumes. I'll be introducing around four of them today, and just a brief introductions, nutrients, cooking instructions, and some recipe if I can. Hello, can anyone still hear me? Yeah. Okay. Common beans, legumes, and bring you guys throughout the some introductions of the nutrients, cooking instructions, or recipe if I can, and also some short FAQ and even some instructions. I'll be bringing you guys through two of them today. Do you guys have any further uh, questions or any myths that you guys been hearing around like throughout the internet? Also, you can bring this up in the chat room, and I will address it in the next session, the next one. Okay. Okay. So again, why not take beans and legumes? It's considered as a crucial part of the healthy dietary meal pattern, where sorry if there's some hiccups over here because uh, I'm handling this session alone. Okay, so I apologize if any like disruptions or distractions from my side. Okay, yeah. Okay, beans and legumes they are being a crucial part of the healthy dietary meal pattern, especially the well-known dietary pattern, which is the Mediterranean diet, and it is known for its anti-inflammatory properties that which in our dancing uh, within our nutrition nutrition advisor team that has been advocating or promoting this kind of dietary pattern. Good evening, all. Yeah, this kind of dietary pattern will actually reduce the risk of chronic inflammation and chronic diseases. Okay, so as you can see on the left side, there's a Mediterranean diet pyramid. It's similar to our food pyramid that we've been educated since we are young. Okay, and then there's another the lowest level of the pyramid that has be physically active and enjoy meals with others. So that's also part of their dietary practice lah. Yeah, and also since they are Mediterranean, the wine also be included in the pyramid because the resveratrol component in the wine has found. You can't see the slide. Wait, hold on, yeah. Let me unshare it first. Is it okay? That was like the oh, okay. Okay, sorry. Okay, where were we? Yeah, on the left side of the slide that you can, and you can see is that Mediterranean diet pyramid. So it's more or less the same, similar to our food pyramid, but then now they have the physical activity and the enjoy meals with other components inside it. Okay, and also you can see there's a wine included in the diet pyramid because the resveratrol component in the wine is found to be heart protective. Okay. Okay. So as you can see in the text there, there's I have listed out some things that the Mediterranean diet is been emphasizing on. Okay, so as you can see in the graphic that they mentioned about lots of whole grains, as you can see in the graphic, lots of whole grains, fruits and vegetables, nuts and legumes that you can see in the lowest, second lowest part of the diet pyramid, and olive oil as their main fat source, moderate fish and poultry intake. As you can see, above the whole grains and fruits and vegetables level, and only small amount of red meat, and also as I mentioned just now, only moderate consumptions of red wine. And actually, there are more principles that they are not shown in this pyramid, but if you guys are interested to know more about the Mediterranean diet or anti-inflammatory diet that we have been promoting, you can just inform me in the group. I will personally text you just to get you to let you know more details about the diet. Okay. Even though they look different and a lot of names has been promoting or being well known for their okay, their names and their functions, but then all of them they are actually under the legume family. Okay, so for the legumes being differentiate or being categorized into the dry and the fresh one. So for the dry ones, the soybeans, peanuts, and pulses. When the fresh includes the fresh peas or fresh peas, they are all under the legumes plant. Okay. So under the legumes, under the pulses, then we have chickpeas, lentils, other dry peas, dried beans, pinto beans, even Japanese seeds. They are considered as the seeds, the fruit of the legume plant. Okay. Okay. So the beans and the legumes, they are actually wonderful protein sources besides the whole grains or other veggies. Because the the grammage shows that when you are playing around with the amount of the plant source protein that you can actually achieve your protein intake that's similar to the intake of animal protein. Okay, so you guys, if guys can take a screenshot of this. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, then just raise it out in the chat or in the group, so I can get back to you guys soon. Okay, so why vegetarian, the flexible vegetarian has been advocating since a long while ago, because the advantages of taking plant proteins over the animal proteins, because they are rich in fiber, phytonutrients, the plant chemicals, but of course vitamins and minerals, a little lower or being has a healthier fat profile, and also definitely no cholesterol. That's why the advocates or influencer or even nutritionists has been promoting to take plant proteins more as compared to the animal protein and because the animal protein does contain cholesterol, saturated fats, and minimal or even no fiber in it, and they are definitely higher in calories. Okay, so that's why we've been advocating or been educating the public in eating minimally processed whole plant food. Meaning like we have to go for fresh or go for fresh or even clean eating. We are not taking that much of processed food. Okay, that's to lower the risk of diabetes, heart disease, cancer, and even promote the overall health. Okay. Okay. So I'll bring you guys around 4 beans or legumes that you guys can try in your lifetime. Right? Okay. So first of all, the chickpea. Okay, I believe that chickpea is not that not that uncommon within our communities or around your area. Okay. The chickpea is also known as the kacang puder or garbanzo bean. It is actually the key ingredients in the Mediterranean, Middle Eastern cuisine, like they make it into the hummus, or even some Indian cuisines that they use it in salad, soup, or even curry stew. Okay, so the chickpea itself, they are actually wonderful source of definitely the protein that I mentioned just now, folate for the healthy blood cell formations, fiber, it has both insoluble and insoluble fiber, which work differently. For the soluble, it forms the bulk, whereas the insoluble, it forms the bulk into the stool that stimulates your bowel movement. Okay, and also it does contain iron, so it works together with folate to support to improve the healthy blood cell formation. And also phosphorus for the bone health, and MUFA and PUFA for better heart health. Okay. Further deep down to the health benefits, especially for the chickpea, okay, or even applies to other beans as well, since they are all from the same family. Okay, so the first of all, they'll be controlling the diabetes. It's because it contains the amylose, which is the glutinous starch that is usually being digested slowly. What does it mean? Slowly means they are digesting slowly and the carbohydrates being digested into glucose and then being absorbed slowly. Therefore, it can slow down or prevent the sudden spike of blood glucose in the blood. Yeah. Therefore, it can manage the diabetes quite well. Okay. Okay, next for the gut health. The soluble fiber in the chickpea. The soluble fiber in chickpea is considered as the food for the gut bacteria, for the gut bacteria, because they are so-called the good bacteria in your guts that help to sustain your immune health. Okay? At the same time, they also work by reduce the inflammation in the colon cell. Therefore, it can further prevent the colorectal cancer or even bring down the risk of colorectal cancer. Okay. Okay. Next, we'll have heart health. So in chickpea, it contains sterol. I believe that majority of you have heard of sterol. For example, like the Nestle Omega milk that we mentioned that it has a sterol that can help to reduce the blood cholesterol. So the same thing happens here. It does contain sterol that considered as interfere with the cholesterol absorption in the body. Okay, so therefore it can help to lower your blood cholesterol level. So, and then lastly, we'll mention about obesity. It's because the fiber content that we mentioned just now, it does provide you with the fullness and satiety by delaying the digestion and also adding the bugs to your meal so that you feel full, even you feel full even though you're eating lesser. Therefore, it is helpful in weight management. Okay. So, how do you usually cook or consume the chickpeas? Or how you usually buy or how you usually steam them in the market. Okay, it does exist in two forms: the dry or canned. Okay, so the very dry one you can usually is always available in the organic store, the health store, the health food store, and also supermarket. So when you are purchasing, do check for the stones or even some defect chickpeas like the darkened or even being strengthened. Okay. So before you are cooking a meal or cooking a chickpea meal, do please soak it at least 3 hours or even overnight. So for my personal experience, it does require I had pre-soaked it overnight. So and the next day it will cook really fast, really fast. So after it's being pre-soaked, it will take around an hour and a half, or up to 2 hours to cook until it's being softened. Okay, just like until it can be formed like the mushy texture. Okay, but if you don't have that much of time or even uh, the effort to pre-soak it overnight or at least 3 hours prior to the cooking, you can just opt for the canned chickpeas, like those that exist in the canned form, where they prepare it or manufacture it in the salt water or even sweetened sugar water. Okay, so you definitely can use it, no worries. But then do drain out the fluid before consuming or even cooking, just to minimize the sodium or the sugar intake. Okay, it's the recipe, the hummus. This is the recipe that I personally have tried before. It's really easy, but just that have the effort to pre-soak it, or you can just opt for the can or cooked chickpea. Okay, this mix just mix and blend the cooked chickpea, olive oil, lemon juice, garlic, and your personal preferred seasoning, and then blend it well until it's smooth, and then you can serve it. You can just use it as a dip for your crackers, your fresh cut vegetables, or use it as a bread spread. Yeah, instead of like peanut butter or jam, you can just use it as your bread spread. Okay, it's really filling. I want to like just like 2 pieces of it, and really full for that morning. Okay, so usually we prepare it in bulk because it can be kept in the fridge for up to 4 to 5 days. Okay, so it's okay that you can keep it stored it well. Okay, and consume within 4 to 5 days. Okay, next the lentil. Lentils is also known as dal. I believe that most of you guys are very well known for quite familiar with it. Like whenever you go for the mama store and order your rotis, yeah, rotis it comes with the dal, curry dal. Yeah, that's where the dal comes from. Is the lentils, either the red lentils or the brown lentils. Okay, that's why it's been often seen in the Indian cuisine. Okay. So lentil itself is really packed with nutrients and the plant chemicals is called polyphenols. And also it has a powerful antioxidant property that helps to reduce the risk of chronic diseases, just like what we mentioned before. Okay. So as you can see on the right side, there's a similar nutrient profile: proteins, folate, fiber, iron, and potassium. Okay, and the potassium here can help to regulate the heartbeat or regulate the normal function of the heart, right? And also you can see in the graphic in the picture that it does exist in many colors, from the reddish orange, green, black, brown, coral, even gold color. So the one that is bold, they're actually being sold in Zensing under the brand of Simply Natural. Okay, I'll show you guys later. Again, how does it help with your conditions? Okay, as I mentioned just now, the potassium component in it does promote heart health, but by maintaining or regulating the normal functions of the heart. Okay, and also the antioxidants, especially the polyphenol component, that help to reduce the risk of chronic diseases. The fiber content in it also support your digestive health, like prevent constipations, even sustaining the healthy bacteria or microbes community in your gut. Okay, besides support the bacteria, also support or manage the blood sugar level well in your body. Okay, so that's how amazing the fiber content in it that helps you in all aspects. Okay, firstly, it is manage your body weight well. Okay, so all of them comes to it is one of the source of plant protein. Again, where you can get this lentil, definitely in a local market, because the common ingredient in the Indian cuisine. So definitely you can get it in the local market, or even pasta, and also organic store, health food store, in supermarket. So while choosing, since they are already being packed, but do look for those that are dry, firm, and clean, and unshriveled. That's like not that wrinkle, dry out or shrink and wrinkle. Okay. And also, the one point that I want to raise out is that the split lentils, as you can see the one below that, the picture below, the split lentils, and then the brown lentils is considered as a whole lentil. So the split lentils do not require like that much of time for soaking prior to cooking. So my personal experience is that whenever you want to cook curry dal or any lentils dish, you can opt for split lentils. You opt for split lentils, and there's no or even minimal soaking needed prior to cooking. Okay, so the day I will just prepare the broth, and I will just measure my lentils, just to briefly wash it, and then just cook it right away, and then it be done within 30 minutes. Okay, so it cook quite fast. Okay. If so, one question here: can lentil eat all different colors together? Yes, definitely. Since they are all the same, it's just that the color difference. They're all the same. Yeah, I have a quick lentil recipe that I had tried on the other day. Okay, so it just basically just prepare the usual ingredients, for example, like onions, shallots, and garlic, together with your veggies, but consider as tomato, carrots, potato, eggplant. Okay, so all of them I can just saute it well. Okay, and then just add the veggie, saute, and a turmeric powder that gives the color it. Okay, and then add your dal in it with water. Again, just boil it for about 30 minutes, then you can serve it until 30 minutes or until the dal has been softened. The day I personally tried, it's quite successful. Just that the taste need to, for my own opinion, the taste need to be enhanced more, just to be similar like what we had in the mama store. Okay. Right, kidney bean. I believe that kidney bean is not that commonly prepared or commonly seen in the Chinese, even Chinese or even Asian family, because this is one of the ingredients that is commonly seen in Central America or Mexican dishes. Okay? And they are, just for information, they are an important food crop and also the major source of protein for the people there. So in the markets, you might be seeing quite frequently is only exists in the canned version, but not that much of the raw and dry versions. Okay. And another point is that raw or you don't cook it properly. Actually, these beans are toxic for people, for humans, for your consumption. But then if you cook it well or prepare it well, it can actually be the healthy component of the well-balanced diet. Okay? So in the market, we've also seen that the red kidney bean and the white kidney bean. So the red one tastes much nuttier or earthy, and its taste is more prominent as compared to the white kidney bean. Okay, the day I tried it myself as well. So the taste is more like just a bean texture, but not that much of something. The tardiness, the earthy flavor. Okay. Hey, what's so good about it? What's so good about the kidney bean? Again, yeah, it is because it is high in protein. 100 grams of the beans can yield around 9 grams of protein, approximately to an egg, or even more, 1 or 2 eggs. Okay, so that's why beans and legumes, or even the kidney beans, are considered as affordable alternatives of the protein for all. So in the ancient or the old saying is that the poor man's meat. Okay, but then for kidney beans itself, it has a protein it's called vaseline, which might cause some allergic reactions in some people. Okay, but that's not that much of data for the Malaysians or Singapore populations, but do watch out for if any allergic reactions for the consumer or in your family. Okay. Okay. Again, high fiber content. That's why it has a help us in better manage our weight due to its great amount of resistant starch. Okay. And also the fiber itself also act as the probiotics. That's the food that I mentioned just now, the food for the bacteria for them to work well and sustain the gut health and healthy gut microbiota, microorganism, the bacteria community in your gut. Okay. Okay. Again, they are rich in beneficial minerals, those micronutrients. For example, the iron for the better blood cell formation, copper or manganese as an antioxidant in the body, and also the potassium to regulate your normal heartbeat. Okay, that's all for the kidney beans. Okay, let's see, we go for the black bean. So today, most of the beans that I'm sharing today are more like the oriental or Fuchsia, and this can be found commonly at my home. Okay, so the black beans, also known as the turtle bean, because of their hard and shell-like appearance. But then don't ignore or don't neglect it because of this appearance of being the dark or being black, is because The black beans are actually high in the antioxidant ability because of the anthocyanin, the component that gives this black color. It's actually a type of flavonoid that provide you with the antioxidant property. That's why with the antioxidant, it does help in reduce the inflammations and further reduce the risk of chronic diseases. So for the taste, I don't have to say that much. This has a dark, hearty, and meaty texture, quite chewy, okay? And as a cook, it smells like smoky, or when you taste it, you kind of like sweet, but it can have a lot of taste according to what kind of black beans they bought. Again, these are all the nutrients that can be found in black beans. Okay. So for the black beans, yeah, we have iron, phosphorus, calcium, magnesium, all this come together that help you to sustain your bone health. Okay, so these are the so-called the main ingredients in making a healthy bone. Okay, so all these come together that help each other that form the stronger bone to prevent any injuries or even osteoporosis. Okay, again, the fiber content, the antioxidant content, the component in it does maintain blood pressure. Well, therefore, it's I recommend, we also suggest or it's recommended to for the hypertensive patients to take black beans. That black beans has to use it alternative with their usual animal protein like meat, poultry, or fish. Okay, and again, the fiber content does have to manage the diabetes well. So lesser sudden blood sugar spikes, yeah, better control of the diabetes. And also that supports the heart health. Yeah, the fiber content does lower the fiber content does lower the bad cholesterol in the blood. So therefore, it can sustain your heart health. So again, how you usually prepare it, like oriental in our usual kitchen or usual dining table, it's always comes to the black beans soup. But then there's a key point that you must heat up all the beans, but not just only drinking soup. Okay, so whenever we are educating for the patients who prefer to have soup for their along with their meals, we'll always encourage them to eat all the ingredients in the soup. Okay, because they might think that the soup is the essence of the ingredients that we leak out throughout the long period of cooking, but then it's not. It's only a minimal amount of the nutrients to be leaked out into the liquid or into the soup. Okay, so in order to consume it, to get all the benefits from all the ingredients, the impact aspect, so I think it would be expensive. It's most of them you use the pork meat there, especially the animal, any animal protein there. Yeah, so to eat up all of them, and they are actually all are beneficial for our health, especially for those who need to replenish their protein intake. Okay, so don't waste all the soup ingredients, and then eat up as part of your healthy meal pattern. Okay. And also you can find these black beans in Simply Natural collection. Okay. Okay, that's all for today's sessions for the introductions to the beans and legumes. For the rest of the beans and legumes, actually there are more, but due to time constraint, I will just bring you guys to the next sessions that we can discuss more and deeper. Okay. So here's the questions that are often received from the public or even from my family members, that majority of them who have gout issue, the high uric acid that cause the gout issue, have been not been educated, but they expose the information that telling them to avoid all the beans product from their diet is because due to the purine component in the beans product, especially like the tofu or the soy milk, even they have to avoid them all. So no soy, no beans, no legumes. Okay, but actually the answer is actually no. They do not have to avoid or eliminate all the beans product from their diet. That's all about the moderation. Okay? So consume all the beans products does not necessarily to raise or to increase the uric acid level in your body, but then it be actually being protecting you from the gout attack. As I mentioned as well, they are rich in antioxidants, they are rich in anti-inflammatory components, just like the polyphenol, the flavonoids. Okay, so it doesn't matter if they want to include the beans product into their diet, but then it's actually beneficial for them just to avoid them from getting the gout attack, the pain for joints because of the accumulations of the uric acid crystals in their joints. Okay, so I educate them about so you don't have to necessarily avoid all the beans product, but then what you need to do is let's drink plenty of water, up to 1.8 liter up to 2 liter of water per day. Okay, because drinking water does help to like flush out all the extra uric acid from the body. And then go eat more fresh fruits and vegetables. But then except for those that are actually high in purine, for example, like the asparagus or spinach. So that's where they have to control or avoid asparagus or spinach intake. So for the protein part, they'll need to focus more on the lean meat and so lean meat meaning like not the fatty part of the meat, lean meat and also lean protein, lean poultry, the chicken. Dairy food, milk, yes, they can drink milk, and also the lentil. So let's see what they cannot eat. They have to limit the intake of high fat food, definitely. The red meat because it has pro-inflammatory properties. Seafood definitely a no because majority of them are in moderate or high purine content. Also the alcohol, sugary food, especially those with the high fructose syrup, sugary food and beverages. Okay, so that's all what their dietary pattern should be like. Okay, and also to minimize the pain or the gout attacks, we also encourage the gout patients to lose weight as more as they could, just to reduce the burden against their joints. Okay. Yeah, so similar questions as I mentioned just now. Can I buy the canned one instead of dry ones? Because it takes too much time to cook, or I don't have time to pre-soak it few hours before I cook. Yes, you can. Yes, you make. You just have to discard the fluid as you prepare your dish. Like before, do drain out all the fluid because these fluid are usually some of them are just brine, the salt water, or some are just in the sugar sweetened one, especially for those that are purposely made for the dessert. Okay, so to drain out all the fluid and flush it, and then you can continue for just move on to your cooking. Okay, just to minimize the intake of sodium or even sugar intake. Okay. Okay, again, that's all the majority of them are my raising up these questions. So why you must be soaked, just like the grains that the grains or brown rice that we shared before during our previous sessions, like why the grains or this round we have the beans have to be soaked. It's because on the beans itself, the first point, the beans itself the outer coating there, there's the oligosaccharide, is the carbohydrates that exists in the, as it is the coating of the beans, they will actually cause the bloating issue. Okay, the oligosaccharides component is quite difficult to digest. So then it's difficult to digest. Therefore, as they pass down all the way to the intestine, then only when it reaches the large intestine is where the being processed or being broken down. Okay, that's where all the gases are produced and lead to the bloating. Okay, that causes you to have the bloating issue or being gassy. Okay, really uncomfortable conditions are. Okay, and second point is that for grains or beans, they are actually contain the component called the phytic acid. So it's so-called the anti-nutrients in the terms of nutrition. Like this kind of phytic acid, this kind of anti-nutrients, when you're consumed together with other food, it might interfere with the absorptions of calcium, iron, phosphorus, and zinc due to their chemical properties. Okay, so and then then actually you don't have to like worry that much about it, because we don't whenever we are taking this, we don't have to take that much, right? Yeah, so reduce the or wash out all the fatty acid, and then from the intake that you maintain your moderate amount of the beans or legumes in your diet. So therefore you don't have to like worry about the being deficiency in all these of nutrients such as the calcium, iron, phosphorus, and zinc. Okay, but then soaking does help to reduce some amount of fatty acid. Okay, so you don't have to worry about the nutrient deficiency in your diet. Okay, and then lastly, it does help to speed up the cooking time, because soaking, it does break down the upper layers of the beans. Because when you are cooked in the hot pot or boiling water, it does cook faster. Yeah, that's also from my personal observations. Like whenever I soak my chickpeas, yeah, so on chickpeas, the volume, the size does increase twice. Yeah, and then the size increased twice, and then I'll say the surface becomes much softer, and then you still have to cook it just to become more mushier, and then easier for me to continue for my cooking, like making into the stew or the hummus. Okay, I think that's all for today's sessions. Okay, in sharing some common but not that common beans and legumes. Okay, so a little short while for the advertisement. Okay, advertisements of what's happening in Beijing recently. Okay, so previously, like we have informed you guys in the previous sessions that we have a private group that's known as Organic Kitchen by Zensing Yuan. And now is that we revamp it, change it, like make it into the new kind of concept, which is the Eat Clean with us, where we will be sharing the parts of nutrition classroom like today's sessions in the recap in the infographic format. Okay, and there will be clean eating recipe, nutrition mythbuster, and more activities that will be in the group. Okay. Okay, so if you guys are willing to join this, or you guys are ready in this, yeah, welcome to just say hi, or yeah, just say hi and just inform me what content you wish to know, or you wish to know, or you wish to learn in that particular private group. Okay, the link of this private group I will send you guys tomorrow. Send you guys tomorrow in the group, so that you can join. Just click and join. Just a click and request joining the group. Okay. Okay, so there are some ongoing website promotions that you can just browse through our website. Okay, because I've been seeing that there are quite different promotions days by days or even weekly different sales or different products. Okay, so do look up. Another there's this is the previous ready to eat snack that being previous exists in bigger packaging form, but now change it into much more smaller, much more convenient pack. Okay, you can just take and go, and you can use it for the kids' school lunch. Okay, or even your during your work, you can take it as a snack. Okay, or even as your uh, supper or even your breakfast. So mix it with the milk, and it will be good. Okay, it's a crunchy millet granola. It does contains all the grains such as grains or nuts and seeds. For example, like the almond, the dried cranberries, millet, flaxseed, mulberry, raw oats, and sunflower kernel. So all you can have them all. You can just eat it directly or just serve it, just consume it with your meal or any plant-based meal, your oatmeal, just to have a satiety meal in the day, right? Okay, so thank you for your attention today. I'm sorry that there's some hiccups in the beginning, okay, because you're now starting to. I'm the, for the team only. I'm the only one who will be handling this. Okay, so if you guys have any questions or any uh topics or any food items that you wish to know deeper, know for the sake for your family, for your own health, do share in the group, in the WhatsApp group, or you can just WhatsApp text to this number. This is the marketing number, our marketing number for handling nutrition consultations, booking, or any inquiry. Okay. Okay, and then also do keep updated with our dancing latest sales or promotions on our Facebook and Instagram. Okay. Okay. I think that's all for today's session. Thank you guys and have a good night. Thank you.